And this next story, again, concerns a child who, by the way, his name is Samih. Samih, hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. And he's being very shy, but Samih, your birthday's today, right?
Yes.
How old are you today?
11.
11. It's pretty old, right? 11? Well, it's not like 10. It's like way older than 10. Isn't it?
Yes.
My shoes are older than you, just so you know. The ones that I'm wearing right now are older than you are. Yeah, you can have a look. They are. Yeah. Well, one day you can have them if you want. It's not a problem. Listen, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I want your mom, Rebecca, is here to explain. Look, I said neonatal. Yours started pretty early as well. Were you 3-4 days in when you found out this news? What happened?
No, we found out the news when I was pregnant.
Still pregnant, right?
Yes, exactly. But after the birth, he was transported directly to the Children's Hospital in a special ambulance. And so right from birth, he was here and went into NICU and had his first operation at 4 days old.
That's the 4 days I got. I will point out, by the way, your situation a bit different. You were in vitro, right? You conceived that way.
That's right. So the in vitro was how we had him. They had said that there were possibilities of having some malformations, but of course we never expected the news.
Because they told you 10%. So that's something you just kind of figure, well, it's only 10%. And of course, in your particular case, sadly, that's what happened. So what was the treatment here like? 4 days old, 4 days into this, right? He's already having surgery.
Exactly. Well, unfortunately, I had to stay at the hospital.
Yeah.
So my best moment was when I was able to actually hold him before going into the first surgery. But yes, it was quite dramatic. He was put into a 10-day coma after the first surgery because of all the connections and whatnot. And then, of course, we were told also at the beginning that it would be a 3-part surgery called the Fontan. So we knew that after the first surgery, there were 2 more coming afterwards.
For a little guy.
Yes, the second one was at 10 and a half months, and the third one was at 3.5 years old.
Okay, so now we're talking, I just said to Sammy, hey, congratulations, it's your 11th birthday, so this was a long time ago. Thankfully, how's he doing now?
He's quite stable. Yes, always being followed and will always be followed in cardiology here at the Children's until he's 18, and then furthermore afterwards as an adult.
Sammy, do you remember any of this? You remember your mom or your dad telling you about this condition that you had?
Not much at the beginning, but later on when I kind of started school, it felt like a problem, like what was I gonna do?
Uh-huh.
But then when I went to school, my cousin was there. And so in my first year, but also my last year with her, her name was Veronica. So that helped a bit. And also the friends were nice at school. But I had to use my own box of or set of crayons.
Okay.
Instead of using other people's crayons.
And now, so that's a long time. I'm sure when you were 11, this seems like a long, long time ago when you were in the hospital here. Do you feel good now? Do you feel strong now?
Yeah, I play tennis, golf.
Oh my. You're more active than I am.
Play piano.
And do you remember when you were here? I mean, you probably don't, but you come back all the time. Do you still have relationships with the people here? Remember some of the doctors, some of the nurses?
I've never really seen Dr. Travenkov's face or met him really, but he was the surgeon who did my 3 open heart surgeries. And but Dr. Schiller, who's my pediatrician, who comes here I think once a week. Dr. Dancia, who's
you
here.
You remember everybody. Wow, that's
my
impressive.
My cardiologist, who's here mostly, and Dr. Vu, who used to work here 1 day a week, I think, or something.
Okay.
I don't know if he still does, but
I know
he's my dentist.
It's going to sound like a weird question. Do you like coming back here now?
I like it when it's not for blood tests or things with needles.
Getting poked.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I get that part. I don't like that either. I don't think anybody likes that, quite frankly. So, look, Mom, you have what seems like, a very, very healthy child. And again, I realize we're talking about someone who 4 days old was already having open heart surgery, which is unbelievable. And then to be at this point now, it's got to be remarkable for you to sometimes just sit and look at your son and say, I can't believe how lucky I am.
Exactly. We're very, very lucky. We're after the first surgery, we were actually in the hospital for almost 3.5 months. So that's when we felt the true help and support of everyone here. It wasn't only the surgeons and the cardiologists and the nurses, the anesthetists, but everybody. You don't realize until you're a parent here, coming in the morning at 7 o'clock and leaving at 10, everything from parking passes to psychologists to social workers to just getting a meal sometimes, So the money that is being raised today is really going a long way. And you don't realize it until you're actually here, that you don't have to think of those things because the hospital will help you out. So they were very, very supportive, and again, sticking together as a family and friends, and have helped out a lot as well. But it's been a long journey, but he's very stable, and we're just in full gratitude of everything that we have.
See, Sammy, they're cheering for you. Did you hear that? That's for your birthday, because you're turning 11. Everyone gets a cheer when they turn 11. You talk about support here, and I always bring this up because some people tend to think you come here, they do terrific work medically, they saved your son's life, but the support system they build for you here after that over, just as you described it now, as important as anything else, being at the Children's.
There's a lot that people don't necessarily realize. Of course, there are the doctors, there's the equipment, but there's, the reader that comes around and reads stories. There's the musician that comes around and sings to the kids. There's the clowns that come around. Like, again, you have to live here for a while to see the daily ins and outs of what the hospital really brings. But it does go a long way. So definitely the donors today, we're very, very thankful for everything that they can give, and we've tried to help as well through the PK Subban Fund, through bringing gifts at Christmas. So Samih Angelo, my husband, and I have always tried to give back as much as we can.
And that's what we're asking our audience today, listening, to try to give back, to try to give. If you've never made a donation, we talked earlier on about someone who called to say, I made a $100 donation today, which is amazing. And then I said, it's important to let you know it doesn't have to be $100. It could be 5 or 10 or 20. It's whatever you can afford. All that money ends up going to one incredibly important and worthy cause. And that's why we're here today. I thank you, Rebecca, for coming by. Sammy, thank you for coming by, and wish you all the best. And come by and say hi when you turn 12, okay?
Okay.
All right.